There are just some voices, some guitar sounds that just instantly take you somewhere. James Taylor, for so many people, he's definitely got that timeless thing.
Oh, absolutely. It's like comfort food for the ear sometimes.
Totally. So today, we're going to go a bit deeper than just humming the tunes. We're doing a real deep dive into, well, the sheer amount of music he put out, his whole discography.
And it's pretty vast when you start looking at it. You've got, what, 20 studio albums?
20.
Yeah, plus like 6 compilation albums trying to capture different moments, at least 5 live albums.
Which are great for hearing him, in that live setting.
Exactly. And then a tribute album, 9 video albums, even an EP, and something like 42 singles over his career.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot to unpack.
It really speaks to just incredible output and how long he's stayed relevant.
So our mission today, basically, is to pull out the big milestones, the interesting bits from that whole journey. Where do we even start? Maybe way back.
Well, you could go right back before the solo stuff people know best. Remember The Flying Machine?
Oh, yeah. Vaguely. They had that single, Night Owl.
That's the one. But here's the interesting part. An album of their recordings, James Taylor and the original Flying Machine, it actually came out later, in 1971.
No kidding. After he'd already broken through.
Yeah, and it charted. Made it to number 74 on the U.S. pop charts.
Huh. That is surprising. It's like finding a little, I don't know, prequel or something. What does that tell you, that early stuff getting attention later on?
Well, I think it suggests that, even back then, in that group setting, there was something connecting. Maybe his voice, the songwriting, the seeds were there already, finding an audience even before the big solo fame hit.
Makes sense. And that solo fame really started taking off with Apple Records, right? The self-titled debut in '68.
That was the first official step, yeah, James Taylor. But the real, global ignition point.
Yeah.
That feels like the move to Warner Bros. And Sweet Baby James in 1970.
Right. Sweet Baby James. And specifically...
Fire and Rain.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That song was just huge. It wasn't just a hit. It felt like it tapped into something deeper, loss, searching.
Yeah, it really resonated. And it kind of defined that sound, didn't it? That introspective, warm, almost comforting style.
Exactly. That was the moment, I think, that really announced him as a major international artist.
And he kept that momentum going, didn't he? Because just a year later, April '71, you get Mudslide Slim and The Blue Horizon.
Another massive album. Multi-platinum. We're talking over 2 million copies sold just in the U.S.
And that album gave us his first #1 single.
Yep. You've Got a Friend.
Yeah.
Written by Carole King, of course, but his version.
It just became the version, didn't it? More than just a chart song. It felt like this universal message of support. Still does, actually.
It really does.
Yeah.
I think the simplicity, the sincerity of it, it just hits home. It offers this straight... Whatever it was, it's just a stunning testament to his staying power.
So looking back over this whole thing, from the Flying Machine charting years late to Fire and Rain, You've Got a Friend, the consistent platinum albums, the Grammys, and then finally hitting #1, it's just this picture of incredible consistency and connection.
Exactly. It's a story of artistic integrity, sticking to his guns musically, but still evolving. And just this profound ability to connect with listeners emotionally, decade after decade.
Okay, so wrapping up this deep dive into James Taylor's music, it's definitely more than just, ticking off albums. It really does feel like mapping out a timeless musical journey.
It really does.
And it kind of makes you think, doesn't it? Looking at all that music, all those years, which part of it, which album